I'm standing here in one of my favorite areas on the property right now. It's an area we're actively restoring and the native plant community is expressing itself wonderfully. So we're just going to go have a quick walk around and just see how many different things we can find here. So we're looking at, let's see here. Here we have a lot of regrowth. This is Rhus copperlinum or winged sumac. This goldenrod that's coming up here, you can see all the flowering buds on this one. It's just about to start flowering. Let me see, there's one over here that is already in flower. And here we can see the basal leaves all over the ground. It's a rhizomatous goldenrod. It spreads everywhere. There are huge patches of it over there. It's very prominent on this hillside. It is Solidago tarda, also known as Atlantic goldenrod. Let's see what else we can find. This plant here with the very narrow leaves and the very narrow, somewhat scabrous leaves and the very glaucous stem. This is called Smith's sunflower or Helianthus smithiorum. Let's see what else have we got here. Is a fairly common one, a lot of more well known, a common sort of native weed. This is Eupatorium serotinum or serotinum. Here we have this little oak that's been burned a few times and keeps coming back. This is a scarlet oak, Quercus coccinea. Let's see what else we got here. Going to walk around a little bit more. We'll see here we have some, let's see, this is Smilax glauca or white leaf greenbrier. A lot of greenbrier on this slope. And right next to it here that it's sort of clambering over, this plant here, this is Vaccinium arboreum, also known as farkleberry, the largest native in the Vaccinium genus, often growing into a reasonably sized small tree. This one here, this goldenrod here, it looks a lot like at first glance like the one we just looked at, Solidago tarda. However, this one is not rhizomatous. It doesn't have the persisting basal leaves all over the place. This is Solidago erecta, or the slender goldenrod. A little bit on here, we see one of the plants that keeps coming back. Hopefully is going to be killed by the fires eventually. This is a Liquidambar styraciflua, or sweet gum, American sweet gum. There's also a lot of vines clambering over the ground here. You can see this is Vitis rotundifolia, or muscadine. Lots of muscadine here. Let's see, what else have we got? What is this thing here? I don't know what that is. It's rather mysterious. I may have to come back to that one. What else have we got? Let's see. This rubus going on here. All over the ground you can see this rubus growing, just straggling along the ground is Rubus flagellaris, the common dewberry. What else have we got here? This little legume down here. This one is Lespedeza repens, I believe. Let's see. Is it? The key here is the spreading or the oppressed hairs on the stem. Sort of, this one's likes to clamber along the ground. Oh no, this is procumbens, not repens. Interesting. It's moving a little bit further on. We see here this strange looking grass-like plant. It's not put any flowers up yet, though some of them have. Oh, here's the beginnings of the flowering, the bolt here. This looks to me like Pityopsis nervosa, I think, because it's got the thicker leaves. So probably that's one of the grass-leaved golden asters. Let's walk on a little bit more. this little grassy thing all over the ground here, this is sort of the late culms of Dicanthelium dichotomum, which is one of the little witchgrass species. It's all over the place here. And let me find some of things in flower here. Here is mostly spent, but there is one flower still present. Let me get that one there. Looks a bit like a Coreopsis, but it's not. Or it used to be in Coreopsis. Used to be Coreopsis major, but is now Anakis major. Apparently, they're more closely related to Bidens. Has those peculiar. It looks like a wall of 6 leaves, but it's actually opposite. It's 2 leaves with 3 leaflets each, but it's sessile, so it doesn't have a stem for those leaves. Let's see what else have we got here. This tiny little fella that's about to flower now. This is a Lechia, probably Lechia racemulosa, one of the rock roses, pinweeds they're known as. Let's see what else have we got here. A large patch of, this is a nice little patch here, a large patch of Vaccinium pallidum, hillside blueberry, low-growing Vaccinium. And look, actually, bizarrely, there are still some flowers on it. This plant was burned, was in the burn, so it's resprouted this year. Usually they don't put on flowers, and usually it's much earlier in the year. After a burn, the first year after a burn, they don't normally flower, but there's some flowers. Just tons of Vaccinium pallidum all over this slope. There are just huge colonies of it. What else have we got? Okay, let's have a look at this tree here. This tree is a post oak. Nice old post oak, Quercus stellata. Exactly what's going to be here. You know, when we run these fires through, the post oak will probably survive all these fires and remain here, while a lot of these tulip poplars, like this tree over here, let's have a closer look at that. These tulip poplars are going to probably go away. They don't really belong on this dry slope there. And with regular fire regime, they should be limited more to the bottom of the slope or in the wetland down there. Another one we have here is, this is long since finished flowering, but we can see the sort of remains of where the flowers were and the fruit. This is Scutellaria elliptica, the hairy skullcap. There's hairy skullcap around. Let's see what else have we got going on. It's not a very impressive example, but this plant here, resprouting from the stump from the burn, is Prunus alabamensis. That's the Alabama cherry. And here we have another goldenrod right here. This one is, let's see, this one here just getting ready to flower, not quite there yet. This one here, let's see it, it's the same thing. Very smooth leaves, this one, and if you break it off and you smell it, it smells like licorice. This is the licorice goldenrod, Solidago odora. What else have we got to look at here? Oh, there's a couple. That's unusual for them to be up this far on the slope, but sort of there's only one here. There's more of these down at the bottom. This is, give me a moment while I remember what this is. This is, of course, Maryland Meadow Beauty, and I'm completely blanking on the Latin for that right now. But there you go, you can see it. Normally these occur in the lower, wetter soils, but there's a few hanging out in these drier places. And look down here, you can see this is Seneca anonyma. Until recently, I think it was Polygala anonyma. That is the walled milkweed. I mean milkwort even, not milkweed. We might find some milkweeds around. I'm not sure whether there's any right here or not, but there's certainly some nearby. Let's keep walking. What else have we got here? Oh, there's the remains here again. This one's been resprouting from the fire, but this is Diospyros virginiana, or the persimmon tree, the American persimmon. Here's another resprout, which is the Rhus glabra, or the smooth sumac, unlike the winged sumac we saw previously. There's a few pines around. This particular pine here is Pinus tader. There's the loblolly pine. What else have we got going on? Let's walk. Okay. Some more goldenrod, some more rhus. Of course, what we see here all over the place, this grass, I haven't even identified it. This is all little blue stem. There's so much little blue stem through here. But now we're going to get to some of the fun stuff in a moment. Here is another one that's sprouting back from the burn here. Let's have a look at this. This is deerberry. One of the deerberries anyway. I'm not really sure which one it is. It doesn't seem to match any of the accepted varieties or taxa that currently exist, but it's definitely a deerberry. That's Vaccinium stamineum. And if we look just to the left, we can see some rattlesnake master. And in fact, if we move up, we can see lots and lots of rattlesnake master. And that rattlesnake master, Eryngium eucafolium, is absolutely covered in pollinators right now. It's buzzing. I don't know if it can be heard on the microphone, but I can hear it. And let's go down here. We find some of this. Now this went to fruit already, these hairy little pea pods. This plant here, let's have a look at the leaves. This is the leaves, a legume. This is goat's rue. A very stout little dry upland plant. Let's move on from there. What else can we find? What else can we see? Yeah, this little patch of rattlesnake master is pretty fun. Lots of good stuff there. Oh, there's something interesting coming up here. This thing about the flower. This is a Eupatorium, one of the bone sets, and it is the round leaf bone set. Eupatorium rotundifolium. Let's walk on a little bit further and see what else we can find here. There's a dog. Okay, let's walk down here. I cut down some trees here. Need to cut down more. Let's go on. Where am I looking for? Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. Another cool one we have, though it's finished flowering right now, is this one here. You can see the heads in this little area. This is Parthenium integrifolium, or wild quinine. Very nice little one here. Ooh. Unfortunately subject to the burn, but resprouting here. This is some serviceberry. That'll be Amelanchier arborea. Let's walk around a little bit more, see what else we can find. Oh, well, here's another bone set, Eupatorium. This one is probably, it's got very fine slender leaves coming back almost in a little bushy form. So that one is probably either Eupatorium linearifolium or Eupatorium hyssopifolium, hyssop-leafed bone set. That's what I've been calling it. Let's see what else I can find here. And of course there's some, technically another bone set, though more commonly known as dog fennel, is Eupatorium capillifolium. Let's move on. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, here's a mountain mint. It's not a very impressive specimen. There are more of these nearby that we could go to look at. Maybe we'll walk down in that direction. This particular species, however, is Pycnanthemum curvipes, also known as the Tennessee mountain mint. And let's just walk maybe we'll head in this direction. I think there's some cool stuff over here. Here's some basal leaves of this is Pachara anonyma, the Appalachian ragwort. Flowers early in the spring, big sort of yellow composites. Oh, here's a cool one. Let's see, this appears to be the old favourite Chamaecrista fasciculata, the partridge pea, the common partridge pea. And here we are getting into some slightly different things. We see more mountain mint going on, but also a nice little patch of Monarda fistulosa, bergamot or bee balm. Now this may be fistulosa, it's unclear. This is not, doesn't really key very well to any of the accepted varieties. So something different might be going on here, but that's what that is. And some nice little bed straw going on here, probably Gallium circumstans. Okay, what else can we see? Well, of course, there's a bunch of burned hickories here. This hickory, my hunch says that this hickory that got burned is probably a red hickory, Carya ovalis, based on the number of leaflets and the pubescence. It's hard to tell without fruit and things on the hickories. But this one here, I can tell you for sure, this hickory is a Carya, a nice little spider going on right there. This hickory, this looks to me, this is Carya tomentosa. This is the mocha-nut hickory. Let's move on. Oh, here we have. Let's see. This is another nice savanna oak species, Quercus falcata. That one will probably survive the fires. This legume on the ground here. This is sometimes known as it's Clitoria mariana is what it is, although it doesn't have any flowers on it right now. I think pretty much all their flowers are spent. Now, unfortunately, the place is not completely free of invasive species, as I can see some Japanese honeysuckle right here, which I'm just gonna liberate from the soil. Japanese honeysuckle just gets everywhere. Oh, this one, it's very hard to see, very slender leaves. It's already gone to fruit, these little capsules. This is Houstonia tenuifolia. Oh no, there's some flowers left on this one, you see those? Usually they've got more flowers, but not so many going on here. But let's see, little tiny little flowers. Houstonia tenuifolia. Oh, here's some more of that mountain mint. Then here you can see a little bit more action, some bees on it here. Again, this is curvipes or curvipes. Not sure how to pronounce that. Tennessee mountain mint. What else do we have going on here? We walk down a little bit further. Oh, there's another one I see that we haven't touched upon yet. Let's walk over there. A lot of mountain mint right in this little area. It's thriving. Need to get more fire in here though. Help it out even more. Here though we see some, this looks like to me, that is Rudbeckia hirta. The black-eyed Susan. Very well known. Let's walk around a little bit more. What else do we have? Oh, here's the tulip poplar again. Let's get a good close-up of the leaf of one of those. Those are probably these are not very fire tolerant, so they're gonna probably disappear, but that's for the better. They don't really belong in this habitat, they will shade it out, messify it, make it unwelcoming to the species that really ought to be here. Just going to walk down a little bit further, see what we can see. I haven't found one of the things I was looking for, and I know is all over this slope, which is Gentiana villosa, or the striped gentian, but I'm still on the lookout for it. Oh, wow, there's a lot of mountain mint there. It's a really nice patch of mountain mint. And I believe it's all the Tennessee mountain mint on this spot. There is some other nearby, but some other species. Oh wow, I can smell it. The smell just hangs in the air right now. That's wonderful. Okay. What else have we got? So here it opens up into a bottomland area off these extremely dry rocky slopes. Thin soils, very rocky. And I think we'll end it there. We've done enough walking and talking today. Maybe this bottomland for another video. Thank you. Bye.